everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. You turn my morning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. Oh, there's something about your love. Something about your love changes everything in my body. Oh, something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. Changes everything. Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything. You turn my morning into dancing. 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 Something about your love. Something about your love changes everything.
Yo, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Look at this. They have like two logos going up here. Even though you could put two logos on here. Oh, we can keep the firmly rooted one. All right. Good morning. Happy Friday. Oh, you know what? I am not on Facebook for some reason. Huh. Well, now I'm on Facebook, I think. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes Facebook is hard to link. But we are live on Facebook now. And so let's say hi to some folk, and then we're going to jump into day 6. Ooh, there we go. This is the book we're in, y'all. Woo! Written by Pastor Tom. And we're on day 6. So if you have your book, you can pull it out. Other than that, Diane found us. Yeah, we were struggling getting on Facebook this morning. But Steve Drew, good morning, sir. Ken Gooch, good morning. Dr. Colleen, Chuck B, Trish, good morning, guys. Emily, good morning. Karen, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so I'm going to see if I can pull this up on your screen. Look at that. I don't know if you can read that or not, but it's on there nonetheless. I don't think I can make it bigger. That's the problem. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So, the Tuesday, like we read the whole thing, and I kind of talked about it a little bit. Today, since it's living sent, I wanted to read a little bit of it, but then do a little talking through it as well. So, if you have your book, you can read the whole thing. You can screenshot this, and you can read it later. But here we go. So the devotion on December 26th, or December 6th, comes out of Jeremiah 23, 23rd, and the 5th verse. And it says, "The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will rise up to David a righteous branch, a king who will reign wisely and do what is just and right in the land." And so I wanted to jump down here. It says, have you ever been in that place in your life when even the hopeful promises of God are hard to hear? And things are so bad and so difficult that it is impossible to think hopeful thoughts. You can read them, you can hear them. They just seem to be so impractical and not for you. If you have been in this place, then you can relate to the people of Jeremiah, and to the people Jeremiah was speaking to. But listen one more time and understand that God doesn't see things the way we do. We find ourselves in a dark place and think that everything has changed. It is just not true. Things may have changed for you, but not for God. God does not change, nor do his words and promises. And so I want to highlight this. So we see this, like God's going to rise up. God's given a promise, and the people in Jeremiah's situation they're kind of hopeful or hopeless, I should say. And that's where I want to get to in this idea of living sent, is that we live in a lost and dying world. We live, especially around the holidays, especially around, these seasons where, families are getting together, we're having a lot more get-togethers. There are people who don't have anybody to get together with, right? There's people who are broken, they're hurt. They may have lost loved ones, that they're, this is the first time, not spending, a Christmas with this person or that person. There's so much that happens around the holidays, especially that can just be so heavy and get people into this place where they cannot receive the promises of the Lord, or even, they just don't think that they're for them. And so as messengers, as messengers of the gospel, as you, that's me. We've all been commissioned, right? As messengers of the gospel, it's our job to go represent the love and the care of Christ, and to just to represent those promises, right, in the tangible ways. And so I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, we're going to be adopting families and giving back that way. But in other ways, like if God puts it on your heart to, bake some cookies, right? I'm not talking to you, Ken. But if Ginger wants to, or somebody wants to bake some cookies and take them to neighbors, and right, whatever the Lord puts on your heart. And I think we should be intentional about this. I think we should actually get into this place of like, all right, God, what can I do? How can I tangibly represent your love to my neighbors, to my coworkers, to that random stranger that I'm going to run into? God, give me a way that I can tangibly just show somebody that you care and that you're in a constant pursuit after them, right? It can be a small way, a big way. But I want to intentionally reach out to somebody who might be unbeknownst to me, right, in a place of darkness, in a place of not being able to receive love from the normal channels, right? And so, God, if you could use me as this, you know, different way, this different method, this random act of kindness, this random act can penetrate somebody's heart in a way that they weren't expecting it. It's they like those little things, right? Open up our eyes, open up our they kind of shake the paradigm. They kind of shake those things, and like, okay, maybe there is hope. Maybe all isn't lost. And so that's on us, guys. And so as we go into this season, let us be those agents of change. Let us be those those people that God is rising up, right? The Lord will rise us up to be those, to carry out His promises on other people's behalfs. And if you're one of those people, then let this just be an encouragement to you that God is nothing changes for God, right? His promises are always true. He is after your heart and pursuing your heart. And also, you can reach out, right? You can reach out to me or anybody connected to this church, and we're walking each other home. We're partnering together, and you're not on an island, right? Like no, your struggles aren't unique to you. There's somebody in this church, I promise you, that has gone through something similar or has found some freedom where you're struggling. And so let it be known, right? The church should be the place where we can be the most vulnerable, where we can bear our ugly, because we know God chooses the foolish things to confound the wise. He takes our brokenness, and it just makes his blood look that much stronger, because there's nothing good in me. There's nothing good in you except the blood of Christ. And so that is it, y'all. Hey, look, we got Alice popped on here, Pastor Tom, Kimberly, good morning, guys, and Olivia, good morning, good morning. All right, that's it. Have a great, blessed day, and let's live sent as the redeemed of the Lord. All right, see you.